kazi wote tujiunge pamoja, tujitenge hatari.
The CBA itself, I've been saying it is a very good one. If it is implemented today, no group would what? No group would complain. But the challenge is who is following it. As science teachers, we see it has come at a time when somehow we have gotten a writing from public service showing us that finally they are going to correct, because we had two major issues. In 2018, there was implementation of CBA, not all groups. They highlighted the first phase was scientists, then I think forces, UPD, police, prison, those of lower rank, and then judiciary officers. Those are the group to benefit from the first. Then in the second, they would bring the other group on what? On board. So science teachers were among what? The first beneficiary as scientists. And cabinet had approved and earmarked some money for science teachers, 98 billion. So as we are sitting, because of poor negotiation, which we call it opportunism, people just look for a way of putting government on pressure. Let me present it, because then money is diverted. Money which has been approved for salary is diverted for recruitment. That is what we witnessed in 2018, and partly was shared. So it left science teachers, instructors, and behind. As I talk, there are instructors in the medical schools, including their group, who are being, you train nurses, and then they are paid better than what? The person training. And that is happening from 2018 up to what? Then. So the emerging of science teachers was a miracle from what? God. We emerged at the right time to correct the error that the unions were so close, they were not seen. We have issues with the clinical, people who train clinical officers. People who are training instructors in technical what? I mean, tertiary institution, like Vitivet and the rest. The people they train get employed and they are paid better money than the people training them. So we brought it up. We were not in any case competing for a level space, but because that our voices were being suffocated because of poor negotiation, not having insight into the deep issue that affecting workers down. I was telling my brother Mudiba, he doesn't know that the U4 in the local government is paid less than U4 in school. That is us. The difference is 300,000 on the lower notch, and the upper notch is 140. I have all the calculation here, even when you go to the what. So these are things we need as union leaders first to get the interest of the leaders we lead. So as science teachers, since a policy was approved that scientists, all scientists, which include us, must benefit from that enhancement. 4 years we have not seen it. And the public service went ahead to issue a document in error called Establishment Notice 2018. Establishment Notice number 2, you can Google. Section 4. Categorizing what? Scientists. Not knowing that earlier on in 2012 they did that and reaffirmed that position in 2017. And they removed the all science teachers, instructors, those working in education institutions from the list of what? Scientists. That's why the money that was paid to science teachers came for 2 months and it was stopped. They recovered it as a loan. Some people went 2-3 months without being paid. That pain is in science teachers and instructors. Because in 2018, they deceived my colleague and Secretary General Philbert Baguma that we will now bring them next financial year. And they promised the arts teachers 1.7, science teachers would go back to 2.2 where other science is. He has never realized that dream. And we blame him because he even sat also. He never pushed for it. And that's why we had to emerge. So we want our issue to be taken care of, and we will work with this team, and you are the one to push us, but even when you push us, we will not go away. We will come, make sure that our interest is captured and government implemented.
First of all, I want to thank you as Public Service Union for coming up, and now you are becoming formidable to promote the agenda of workers in that sector. The other time when we met in UNATU, actually I was so close with you people. I was not happy because a strong union like you, and you had gone to sleep. But today I'm happy that you have waken up and you are strong, and you can clap for yourself. I also equally want to thank those who have been actually spearheading the fight. And some of them have really done it in a very proper way. But what I want to clarify here is one, that let us within you not be used by anybody to divide you, because that will be the beginning of your fall. First of all, you are positioned, you have a very strong backing, your strength is very, very strong, you can lobby, and you can get what you want. Now, for me, my approach normally is different. Some people are clamoring, saying disparity, picking this. For me, that is good. Actually, let us use that advantage of them picking this and that and giving this one, and say we also want, so that we don't stop them from paying those people. Let them pay, we get evidence, and that evidence we use it for getting our own. I don't know whether you get me there. Let us build on their mistakes. They don't want to implement the CBA, but they are picking things, and once they have paid, that's a better ground for us to get it and promote what we want. So for me, the science is getting money. I'm very happy about it, because all of us will, with the time, will reach that point. Are we together? Are you getting me? Because if you try to, they are also watching, and they may want to bring that to divide you, but use it against them. You say, okay, Baganda say, omukade, akaya na okolache. You get that one, you put here, and you keep on what? Demanding.
I don't know if I want to advise, but just allow me this time to advise that as we come together, let us have aim at unit of purpose. Because many times we look for today and say, yes, we met them today. And then tomorrow, what you see is different, or what you hear is different altogether. So let us have a unit of purpose, because if we belong together, then we need one another. And if we don't work together and accept that we need one another, then we will not achieve our clear objectives. And therefore, I'm saying there must be mutual respect for one another. We should respect one another. It's not just about a hula balu saying, yes, we must be together, I think let us make an extra mile, move an extra mile to make sure that we don't antagonize one another, because we are in different categories. Me, I respect a chairman as a chairman, a treasurer as a treasurer, but we also need to be respected. It's not for today or tomorrow, but we must work as a team. And that's when we shall achieve. Today when we say, yes, yes, we need one another, it might end there. It's a lip service if we don't move an extra mile.
You say, no, you have been there for a long time. Where's the unit of purpose there? So what is she trying to say? If we are fighting as public service, forget about I don't like him. Forget about he did something for me. What is your mission? What is your main objective you want to achieve? As the team, as the 13 unions as a year who are come from PSI. And once that one is achieved, I can tell you there's nothing that is going to fail us. Let me come to my points now. Know where you're coming from and know your strength and your weakness. When we're talking about CBAs, I've told you I'm a national chairman of Uganda Beverage, Tobacco and Allied Workers Union. All these companies of beverage, including waters and beers. For us, the word CBA is part and partial of our vocabulary. In government workers, it is a new phenomenon. Because initially, even historically, world over, government workers were not joining unions. I'm bringing this one to you so that you can know how to prepare for the struggle. Are you getting me? In these industries, when you are negotiating, you know the uniqueness and the problems of that particular industry. Government workers, they don't suffer the same. A teacher is suffering differently, a doctor is suffering different, the one dealing with the mortuary is suffering different, the one now you call it what, you have your terminologies. The one who is supposed to operate a dead body to find out what caused the death is also suffering differently, isn't it? Now, a combination of so many things, from nowhere, they come with a council or a negotiating body. How did they select it? Who is talking on behalf of another one? I said, even in 2008, I was in cabinet when it was brought. You argue with some people, but now you are saying, no, it should be this one, it should be this one, like we used to see the composition of the board of NSSA, PS Labor, PS this one, PS Finance. I say, but the owner, you have not talked about him. You are very busy, PS this. Who is the owner?
Other key milestones that you want us to achieve. Are we looking at medical insurance? How do we approach other aspects that concern workers? I think including implementation of your mandate as public service unions is an area that we can actually move aggressively. That done, we shall be able to really manage. And I think the key issue is that we need to unite and speak with a common voice. The challenge has been that, and that's why they have been perceiving us. Even when you think a union is very strong, government perceives that a very weak union, because they don't see actually us coming together and speaking as one common voice. The other thing is that let's actually have a tentative worker plan. Let's have a worker plan which can guide our operations. What do we want? If it's organizing, can we move together as public service unions first of all? Then can we look at other colleagues so that we move as an entity? We have read, we have heard countries like Brazil where the labor fraternity is organized. They force to work on the ways, even the government respects them. So why not us? What food do they eat? So that we can actually not come together and really announce our efforts. When we do that, I think we shall be able to move. And really, I think I must say we shall support you in this cause. So basically come up with a direction, and let's stick to the direction. Let's ensure that everything is beneficial to everybody. Who are the concerned people? We should do stakeholder analysis. Let's do stakeholder analysis. Who are these people that we want? Either they're in the private sector, either they're in the government, under tripartite arrangement. Who are they? And what do we want from them? Very important, ladies and gentlemen. And I wouldn't actually encourage you to see a union without partnerships. Partnerships are very important. People are harvesting money, but for us, I think they know us as agitators only. We also need to look at our welfare and that of our members. That one will be done through enlisting strategies, avenues, enterprise that can empower us economically. And don't tell me an empowered union will really make very vibrant decisions for its workforce and members, because they are not shaken. But otherwise, they can trick you, because they know you are very weak financially, then they can trick you with a lot of incentives. And that's basically why we are staggering in most of our endeavors. So when we do that, I think we shall move in a very strategic direction, and we shall have a lot of KPIs registered in our operations.
We meet here, you go and go to the ministry, whether you want tea or what, we shall tell you in the face and isolate you. Because you are an enemy to the labor movement. We need to walk the talk and talk the walk. So when we talk of unity, let it be unity and not talking unity and then you are an agent of disunity. We need to be serious and we need to move in the right direction. What I am saying, you all know. Because you have been there and you have seen, you have witnessed all this taking place. We are talking about the CBA, we are talking about the salary disparities. We need to push such that the government puts a body to do the job evaluation and attach the salary. Otherwise, if we don't push for that, we shall continue speaking in tongues, like when the Holy Spirit appeared to the disciples. So we need to push and let government put in place a body responsible for salaries. And then when they make their evaluation, then they are able to attach the salary depending on the job one is doing, and that will be fair to the workers of this country. We need to work on the relationship with the labor centers and the workers' members of parliament. Sometimes the labor centers are the source of confusion. So if you have a parent who is busy dividing the children, then how do you expect the children to behave? We are happy and lucky that now the workers, members of parliament, are working as a team. And we expect we shall benefit from that teamwork, because it helps us. When they are talking the same language and we talk the same language, then we shall move.